baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello, everyone. This is Insanity Check. Skillet Sauce Pen 8. Yeah, so we went from that macabre, nasty, disgusting, sick story to another story that's kind of sick in a different way. We haven't had our show on religion yet, but hopefully, sometime in the near future, we'll have that show. And Ken has made his position quite clear. You are an atheist. I am non-denominational. I do believe in a higher power, but I don't believe in all those words written and edited by man, because man have been proven to be filth throughout the ages. And
mind you, I still leave space open for the aliens.
But you know what? Who created them? Unless you believe that somehow even the aliens, if they were the ones that genetically, did whatever they did, if you watch the movie Prometheus, which is a bad movie, but if
so you believe in a God, maybe not necessarily the God with the white man with the beard.
No, I don't believe in no white motherfucker with no beard. I don't believe in no shit. What the fuck I don't believe in that. I don't believe in. I think our term. What the fuck are you laughing at, man?
Focus, motherfucker, focus.
But, for me, when we say God, we always, because of our limited understanding, we always place some dude in a chair. I don't believe in it that way. I believe in a higher power. Whatever that is, my limited brain cannot comprehend it. But some dude in a chair with some fucking Birkenstocks on, that's not my vision. So I don't believe in that. I believe in something, some energy, whatever it is. If we want to call it God, and who knows what they call it on other planets, that's how I think.
You're an atheist. All right, so moving forward. So this week, yet another F5 touchdown and wreaked havoc in where else but Tornado Alley,
Oklahoma. I mean, and it's very sad because I actually saw the video of the tornado, and tornado watchers have got to be some of the bravest but dumbest motherfuckers in the world. I mean, this shit is hurling trucks around like you would throw a domino. And but be that as it may, that thing, it looked like something out of a movie. It was so wide.
Yeah, it was 1.3 miles wide across at the bottom, at the cone, where it touched down. Which is even bigger than, and it was wide up top. So it's probably like 2 miles across up top. One of the videos I saw, you couldn't even see where the shit began and where it ended. Because of some crazy person who was on the road. Well, I think they may have gotten caught. But anyway, so it killed 24 people. They estimate right out the gate that it's going to cost about $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, because it leveled. It literally, the place, like someone said, one of the videos, it was like if nothing was ever there. I mean, it literally scrubbed the earth. It literally scrubbed the earth.
Yeah. Well, there's a theory on your beliefs from our friend in California.
What the fuck?
He says that you believe in a darker, gayer demon. Is that true? No?
That sounds about right.
And off we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Darker, gayer demon. Yeah. I got something for you, you lurch motherfucker.
So, and again, this is clearly a tragedy. This is clearly
no. There's nothing funny about this at all.
No one's fault. No one deserved this.
No.
For the most part.
No.
But according to our good buddy, and I thought Pat Robertson was dead. I swear to God. I hadn't heard his name in so long. But you people might know Pat Robertson, televangelist.
From the 700 Club.
From the 700 Club, the famed 700 Club. He had a few words, not necessarily of encouragement, not necessarily of sympathy, but he had a few words for the event, the victims, and so forth. So we're going to look at this video really quick. Because I read some of the excerpts of this, and this dude contradicts himself in like 3 places, like within one paragraph.
I only remotely agree with slightly something he said, but yeah, he's fucking nuts.
But watch this, and then we will discuss.
This is Don from Illinois, who wants to know, why did God send the tornadoes?
God didn't send tornadoes. God set up a world in which certain currents interfere and interact with other currents. When you have a warm group of air coming out of the south, coming up against a cold mass that's up in the north, you'll get vortexes, and that in turn will spawn tornadoes. God doesn't send tornadoes to hurt people. He doesn't send, You know, we call them acts of God, but they're not. All I can say is that why do you build houses in a place where tornadoes are apt to happen?
Yeah. Well, and this year, of course, the weather patterns, the warm winter and the warm, you know, early part of the year that we're having seems to affect all of that. But I think the bigger question for people spiritually is always not so much why did God send them, but why didn't he intervene? You know, you think people always ask that question when there's tragedy?
If enough people were praying, he would intervene. You could pray. Jesus stilled the storm. You can still storms. But, you know, the hurricane, for example, is a release mechanism that God set in to take the heat out of this world and to transfer heat around various parts of the globe. It's very necessary. The fact that people decide they want to build houses on the edge of an ocean, it's their fault. It's not God's. You know, it's the same thing with if you're going to build a house in the San Andreas Fault. You know there's going to be a fault. You know the earth is faulted. There are going to be earthquakes. So don't blame God for doing something foolish.
Crazy, man. That motherfucker's crazy.
I love stories like this. So, just to recap, ladies and gentlemen,
This motherfucker's crazy.
storms aren't an act of God.
So
He creates the environment for storms to happen. He creates the wind. He creates the heat. He creates the cold. And by the way, who knew Pat Robertson was a meteorologist? I didn't know. Very, very insightful, man. But so he creates the whole scenario for a storm to take place, but the storm itself is not
an
God's
active
problem.
problem.
Okay. Then, but yes. So the question here.
But no, wait. But you know, it's not God's problem. But you know, he didn't create it. But you know, group prayer would have, you know, obviously.
So you can lobby to God to stop an
event that he didn't cause.
Right.
So God is gonna be like, yo, what are you coming to me for? I didn't start this shit.
And basically, I guess once that air horn siren sounds, then the fucking storm people are like, yo, you people got 5 minutes to get the fuck out of Dodge. You have to get enough people, however many that is, because we don't know.
We don't know. He didn't give a specific number.
To pray quickly.
Yep. And hope that no one else in the world is praying at the same time, because you might cancel. You know how when cell phones and shit, towers are down, you might get shit messed up, and next you know you can't get through. So you know,
this is why I freely, with no apology, say that Christian people are idiots. Because when you believe this type of shit, okay, you show, like I said, the man contradicts himself.
Wanton ignorance.
Right out the gate. Then he's blaming the victims. Like I said, we blame victims. We blame people in here all the time.
All the time. And you know, and that's the only thing that I'm slightly, you know, because I do, you know, you live where you live. You're born where you're born a lot of times. And, you know, a lot of times you can't help it. But, you know, I mean, if you say, hey, I just want to go live in tornado country and something happens, it's like, well, you know, you raise the percentages of encountering a tornado, but doesn't mean you deserve it. You know, he made it seem like, so you know, they deserve what they got.
Y'all felt he blamed the victims on this one.
Of course he fucking did.
Like they deserve what they got, and that's ridiculous.
Because the woman asked him, why didn't God help him? Oh, it's not because God doesn't fucking exist and is not going to help you.
My thing
because
is,
people didn't pray.
So if they pray.
I don't think he said that.
What are you, crazy?
No.
Excuse me. Okay. If enough people were praying, he would have intervened. You can pray. Jesus stilled the storms. You can still storms by praying.
Did he say he would have or could have?
He would have. He would have.
He would have intervened.
Would have intervened. Which to me is just, you know what? I could just imagine as that fucking cow slams into your fucking side and kills you in the middle of that fucking tornado, how angry you're going to be at an idiot like this. Because if you had 5 minutes to either get the fuck out of there or stay there and say your fucking prayers, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, because that's what all those parents of those 9 children who were killed wants to hear.
Yeah, and
you failed your children, mom and dad, because you didn't pray fast enough.
And usually, you know, and you think of how they are in the old movies and shit, when they say your prayers, it usually meant you were about to fucking die. You know, so this guy, I mean, God did not start the tornado.
No.
But he will heed your wishes and cancel out the tornado that he himself did not start because you're praying. And also,
and by the way,
how many people? I mean, there's no, you know, did he say, you know, a specific amount of people? If there was only, let's say, 30 people, would God have heeded it?
And obviously, you can't proactively pray for your safety, Because that doesn't work, because every day people pray that their children go to school safely, that their husbands come home safely, that their family is safe and in there. Please, God, please take care, please watch over, blah, 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 blah. But some crazy fucking, outside force comes and decides to drop a fucking F5 on 17 miles of Oklahoma, and God's like, you need to pray now. Fuck all that shit you said this morning.
Yeah.
You need to pray right now.
Or else I'm going to let you get fucking carried away.
What? Anybody? Anybody? Okay.
Yeah, literally. It's like, you don't pray now, you're going to fucking Oz. You're going to spin your ass around and drop you. Get the fuck. The fact that people listen to this man is the most frightening thing about it. Because
they're stupid.
And that's the shit that's the scariest about this. The fact that he's an old senile buffoon, okay, whatever, he's a kook. The fact that so many millions of people will listen to this fucking idiot
and give them their
money and all this other kind of shit that forces this man's ridiculous views. I mean, that's the most unsettling part.
Is there something to be said for living in Tornado Alley? Sure there is. Just like people who wonder, why the fuck do you live in New York with all the crime?
Yeah, I've heard that
just
before.
Like California. Why do you live in California with all the earthquakes?
Your circumstance, you might not be able to get out. It is what it is. So I don't think anybody would go, let me go live exactly on a fault line, or let me go to the most crime-ridden part of New York City, and put a whole bunch of jewels on. Nobody's gonna do that stupid shit. If your circumstance has it to where you can't relocate, you can't relocate. So for him to even make that kind of statement, I understand he mean, why would they even build homes there? Because there's land there. I mean,
what needs to happen, and you people never listen to me, but you need to get a small group of people together, go to Pat Robertson's house, and start beating him with bats.
No. What people should do is pray for him to have a heart attack and see what happens.
No. Because see, when you start hitting with the bats, you pause, and you say, okay, Pat, go ahead and pray for us to stop. give him 2 minutes. He's Pat Robertson. Him and Jesus are like this. So it won't take him a long time.
So
he probably has a Jesus phone. It's probably like fucking gold, something in his pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Let him call Jesus and ask Jesus to stop you from whipping his ass.
Yeah, so some kind of special.
And then when you continue to beat him, he's Pat Robinson, bro. Come on. Maybe he'll learn that stupid fucking words and ideas like this only infuriate people and insult them and piss on the memory of the dead.
Yeah, because that's the main thing. It's really, truly insulting. And like you said, I would, we've seen several, films and scenarios where guys like, if you're so religious, I guess God is going to stop me from putting this bullet in your fucking head. And of course, you wind up blowing this person's head clean off their fucking shoulders, because that's not the way this thing works. I mean, and I don't think anybody should even follow madness like this to think that, because the people should really right into this guy and be like, yo, shut the fuck up. All the family members that have lost people, they should be like, yo, shut the fuck up.
I'm telling you, they should put him in a scenario where he needs God's help.
That line, why did you build those houses where tornadoes were apt to happen, is a terrible line. But that other line about would have intervened, how the fuck do you know?
It all makes sense. Pat, why are you standing? Pat, why are you standing right when I'm about to swing this bat? Whack.
But I'm saying, how would he know?
Take him down.
Because by him saying, Jesus would have intervened, so no one else has ever prayed, during the time of a crisis or something was coming.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. All those prayers of those people for their loved ones that morning were completely ignored.
Exactly.
Because it wasn't the right time.
And I'm pretty sure, people prayed when they thought like impending doom was coming or something like that. They had to have prayed.
What you need to do,
he wasn't playing dominoes with Jesus.
I'm sure what Pat thinks you need to do is go to his church, give him your money so Pat can now instruct you on the proper time and place and procedure to pray to save your life when the next mysterious fucking tragedy takes place, because it ain't got nothing to do with God. So who knows where it's coming from.
Tax shelter alive.
Yeah,
and basically keep his tax shelter alive.
Anyway, fuck you, Pat Robinson, and we'll be back.
We're trying to make it, baby.